I visited the 100 Famous Views of Edo painted by Hiroshige Ando, a favorite of mine, to see what the scenes look like today. 058 Sudden shower over Shin-Ohashi Bridge and Atake is a view of the Shin-Ohashi Bridge from the direction of Hamacho in the Edo period, when the bridge was located downstream from the current Shin-Ohashi Bridge. Please check the map to see where this painting was drawn from. It is a drawing of the Edo-era Shin-Ohashi Bridge, which was built just where the Sumida River turns west, looking north. I put an old map of that time on top of this one. You can see that the Shin-Ohashi Bridge was built much farther south than it is now. The Shin-Ohashi Bridge was built in the winter of 1693, the third bridge along the Sumida River, and was named Shin-Ohashi to follow the Ryogoku Bridge, which was called Ohashi. It is said that Kaisoin, the mother of Tsunayoshi Tokugawa, the fifth shogun of the Edo shogunate, built the bridge for the citizens of Edo, who were forced to live in inconvenience due to the lack of bridges. Masuo Basho, who lived at the foot of the Shin-Ohashi Bridge to the east at the time, wrote a haiku about the completion of the bridge. On the bridge where the first snow was falling. Thank you, you made it and stepped on the frost on the bridge. As you can see from the map, the Shin-Ohashi Bridge was located in a fast-flowing area and was repeatedly damaged, washed out, and burned down more than 20 times. During the Ukiyo-e era, when the shogunate's finances were in dire straits, the government gave up on maintaining the bridge and decided to demolish it, but the bridge was allowed to continue to exist on the condition that the town would bear all the expenses associated with maintaining it. However, the bridge was allowed to continue on the condition that the townspeople would bear all the expenses associated with maintaining the bridge. The townspeople collected donations and set up rules such as those for people to cross the bridge without resting to prevent damage. Merchants and beggars were not allowed to stay, and carts were not allowed. In the direction of the viewpoint, around the base of the current Shin-Ohashi Bridge, there is a place labeled Mifuunakura. This was the place where the shogunate's boats were kept at the time. The Atake Maru, a military-style Gozabu-une warship newly built by Iemitsu Tokugawa, the third shogun of the Edo shogunate, was completed in 1634 in Edo, Aiju. After that, it was moored in the Gafianagura warship warehouse here in Fukagawa, and was decorated in a luxurious and ornate manner without ever being used in battle. The ship was 38 meters long, 20 meters wide at the shoulders, and drained 1,500 tons of water, so it was probably too large to be useful. In the peaceful Edo period, the ship fell into decay and was dismantled without ever being used. The area around the ship came to be called Atake after the Atake Maru. Looking at a map from the Meiji era, we can see that there was a ferry called Atake no Ferry that went to and from the banks of the Atake ports, and it seems to have been very prosperous. Let's take a closer look at Hiroshige's painting. First, at the top of the painting, there are some suspicious rain clouds in black. The distant view is hazy due to the rain, and the gazebo and fire watchtower are painted in pale gray. It is interesting to note that the riverbank and the rain streaks are slightly tilted, as if the photo was taken in a hurry, and the composition is zigzagged with the bridge. In this downpour, the rafts that must have been carrying the lumber from upstream were moving slowly along the Sumida River, and the common people crossing the bridge were not in a hurry, but were slowly trying to cross the bridge. Paris, 1886. Van Gogh, an unsuccessful 33-year-old painter who was looking for a new style of painting, happened to see ukiyo-e painted on paper wrapped to protect ceramics sent from the Orient. Later, he saw more ukiyo-e at an art gallery and tried to copy some of them. This is one of them. Hiroshige, who died in 1858, could not have imagined that more than 20 years after his death, in Paris, Van Gogh, the master of Impressionism who would later become famous, would be copying his painting. Van Gogh also committed suicide as an unsuccessful artist 3 years after painting this picture. I actually went to the location of this painting. This is a picture of the current new bridge from a similar direction. It's a little different in terms of the height of the viewpoint and where you are looking. This is a picture of the back of Hiroshige's painting, looking upstream at Atake. The area where the scaffolding for construction is now is where the Edo-era used to be. This is a photo of Hiroshige's point of view from the other side of the river. It is thought that he was looking at this from the sky above the building with the yellow sign on it. I actually tried to fit the current photo into Hiroshige's painting. It's an obvious picture, isn't it? This doesn't give a unique zigzag composition, so I relied on the street view from Apple Map. I also tried to make it rain. But after all, the perfection of Hiroshige's painting is astounding. The remnants of the warship at Hamacho, left to decay as a result of the continued peaceful era. A quiet and peaceful scene of townspeople in rafts crossing a bridge for the common people of Edo. The downpour of rain from the black clouds falling there. And the tilted composition. This painting, said to be Hiroshige's masterpiece, may have been depicting a time when peace would be broken and bent in the future.